Man almighty. The atmospheric river sure has showed up. It's raining out there like mad. Hello, Night Wolf. Party Blood.
Down there on the street, things without feet slide beneath me and see me. Oh, what I see, things that amaze me. It fills my dreams when I sleep. A penguin that can fly. A penguin that can fly. A penguin that can fly. That's where you will find me up there with the clouds that have wings. Up there I can see things not seen by ground things. Up there in the sky, there's a penguin flying high, always loving life, wondering how the ground things have survived. Never seen life.
Hey, Nicole.
Below me, the ground things scurry by, pound among the birds, flying wild and free. See things that no one else can see, high above, away from the debris. Down below, the brown things scurry by, pounding their feet while I touch the sky, sliding, gliding, without a care. They'll never know the wonders up here in the sky. I'm a penguin flying high, living life with no questions why. I wonder how the ground things carry on, never experiencing the beauty I thought. Penguin that can fly.
Hello, Penguin Control. You know, when I watch that video, every time I watch it, I remember that was a fully automated flight. I wasn't touching the controls at all. I set up the flight beforehand, put a new battery in the drone, and then let the drone go while I was biting my nails, hoping it didn't mess up. Hello, name's Zerzu Zyquin, and welcome to my channel. I need to stop using certain words. Now, if I was to say, hey, I'm going to do a show tomorrow and something comes up, then, if I don't do the show, I could always say, well, something came up. But when I use that word promise, I guess it kind of means I promised. So I'm going to go back to this visiting with Dusty. And last night, the reason why I wasn't on earlier is last night I played really late in the ghettos and the homeless camps of YouTube. There was some funny stuff going on, and I just couldn't pry myself away from it. So I went to sleep a little, in the morning, and, well, I thought I was just going to take a little nap, and it turned into a serious sleep. Anyway, let's get back to the Powdered Dusty. I went over to visit him after the Raging Tomato because I was really itching to talk about the subject. And of course, I believe this is before he kicked me from the panel. I mean, I don't know how long before, but I think it is before.
Going to have one of them attacking the other one's channel. That would be terrible PR. And I had already discussed that. We all needed to be on the same team on that. and that was agreed to, and that wasn't what happened. So I terminated the relationship.
I don't remember.
That's it.
Whoa, don't remember if I
You know,
said hello to
you
Penguin
think you're in a way,
Control.
right? By your own
I
words.
mean, you're totally in the right.
No,
for
no,
that,
no.
because
I
that was-
never,
that was-
never,
that
no,
was
no, no,
not
not by my own
Sorry,
words.
industry.
I never,
I don't know. Whoever made.
I never said that I was going nuclear ever. Ever.
Oh,
And not only that,
Excuse me.
I told people, don't harass this woman, don't bother her, don't do anything. I'm just explaining to you what happened in a sequence of events so that you know, right? I'm a very public figure. I have tens and hundreds of thousands of followers, and it's totally appropriate for me to for other people who are public figures to put that out, and I did.
So just to be clear, when I use the word nuclear, I'm referring.
Oh yeah, that's right. This was, I believe, right before I had thought, this guy has 100,000 subs, and that's like where you're just getting your toes wet and being a big YouTuber. So I was thinking, these 20,000 sub channels, they all think they're giant channels, but they're really not 20, 30,000, 50,000. I mean, it sounds stupid for me to say that because I only have 100 subs, but we can see on the YouTube streets that there are channels with 500,000, 1 million, 4 million. For example, there was a channel the other day I was watching with 4 million that actually was breaking down why he's not taking any donations from chat anymore. He's left all ways for viewers to pay him off of his channel because he collects some unbelievable amount of money every year off of YouTube.
the title of your VOD, right? I'm not making that up.
It wasn't his video, dude.
Yeah, the Clipper put a fucking Beatty title on it. I didn't even fucking have any input on the clip. They just
Oh, speaking of good people, yeah, I need to oh shoot, who was it that called me out, or well, didn't call me out yesterday, but when I muted a viewer for 30 minutes for talking about self-unaliving. I think it was Nightwolf, I'm not sure.
take the content, they clip
If you were the one that asked me why I did it, let me know, because I'd like to ask you a question about that.
it, they put it out. That's it.
Somebody I hired did
That's
something
it.
I didn't want them to do. Oh no, it's not my fault. I'm not responsible for the things that I put out on my channel. That's someone else's responsibility.
Right, let me ask-
Oh, good.
Can I
I
ask you
guess I have a
breakup,
question,
right?
but it'll wait until everybody else is fucking talking
Alright,
and then they got their chance.
Well, you were just one-on-one. So, Ryan, let me just really quickly ask a question. We've all seen the, well, maybe, I don't know. But, I felt like this was my big break. Was when James from Modern Day Debate was like, hey, Andrew Wilson versus 5 atheists. And it's reasonable. People are really
You said that it would be.
now,
Well, I see
his own opinion.
kind of,
And people
kind
have
of
their own.
the other thing here too is like I see that the narrative is that I'm a cult leader.
Did
But
a
if that's the
suit
case,
come
then
in?
Cheryl was liberated from a cult. So you should be celebrating it.
I actually, to be clear, I think it's a great thing. I think it's going to be like way better for a channel. I think you guys, the Crucible people, made it like
Awesome
super involved for a
sauce.
lot
So you know how I like to say that I don't want to have an echo chamber? It's good that I don't have an echo chamber. I don't want to try to create these yes men that all these other channels seem to like to create. I found that awesome that, I made a moderation decision on my channel and that you were, confident enough to call me out. Hey, what'd you do that for? That was the best, man. And it's good that I was able to point out, that he had definitely said something that was most certainly inappropriate. And I believe you understood me when I pointed out that the speaking of somebody unaliving was inappropriate. Yeah, somebody said hi to Sue, and I didn't see Sue, so see Sue. Anywho, so what I was wondering, could I please clip that and use that as a demonstration that anybody here can tell me off? My viewers do. They tell me off. My mods do sometimes. They tell me off. I think that would be a great way to show that you can create a channel without creating yes men. Let me know what you think.
of like like more normal, like less radical politics people, I think there's going to be a lot more room for just like good discourse. Now that you guys are gone, yeah,
Real quick, just so that we all remember, I had this fresh in our minds. Wow, we listen to this. Cope. Here we go. Coming up.
Verse.
I don't know.
Really? Okay. You don't know the power of the dark side?
Love this. Trust me. What you're seeing now is my normal state.
Go show her.
This is a Super Saiyan. And this is what is known as a Super Saiyan that is ascended.
Vinegar shake. That's funny. That's where I started it out.
You can just
So are you talking about this here? Planet Ball Bag. I guess it now has a planet, or it now has a name. Planet Ball Bag.
Super Saiyan 2. Just wait. And this, what he's doing, is to go even further beyond.
The power of the Panelverse! The power of the Panelverse.
Hello, Sirloin.
Fuck your fucking panel. Fuck you!
It's unreal. How is he generating that much?
You fucking drop 1,000 subs in a fucking hour. That's the power of the panel. Fuck you!
What? What was?
See, and he's bragging about her dropping 1,000 subs in an hour. Well, you know, that's kind of a terms of service violation if you are trying to entice your viewers to unsub from another channel. I mean, it's really a hard case to push, but it is.
Was that?
Yeah, fucking panel. Fuck you!
It's unreal. How is he generating that much?
You fucking drop 1,000 subs in a fucking hour. That's the.
And really, they're all his subs. They were just the dorks that came over with him, messing up the panel, asking, what's the definition of bad? I can give you the definition, an objective, I guess it would be subjective explanation of bad. I might find it good to smack your hand with a hammer. That's subjective. You might find it bad for me to smack your hand with a hammer. That's subjective. Now, you can argue that it's objective because most people out there would think that it's bad for me to smack your hand with a hammer. But I'm sure I could find a large majority of people that would find it humorous to see me smack your hand with a hammer. Therefore, bad is only subjective to you and the people that think it's bad for me to smack your hand with a hammer, but it's subjectively good for the people who think it's good for me to smack your hand with a hammer. That easy.
Anyways, it goes on for a while longer. I played it earlier. If you want to scroll back in the screen, it's there. It's brigading. The whole time the chat's running, and people are like, I unsubscribed. She's down 1,000. She's down 1,500. Right? This is absolutely a call for it. So, anyways, we'll get back into it. I just wanted that to be fresh in people's heads in case someone came in late.
Well, if it wasn't brigading and it wasn't a call to action, then why did they walk it back and edit the clip or edit the video and take it off YouTube?
And what does he mean when he says show her the power of the crucible?
Go and unsub, let her know. Go and hound her, go and stalk her. That's exactly what they've been doing.
She ends up with a 1 million subscriber channel, and she's making a gajillion dollars. That doesn't affect me one way or the other.
Oh, and real quick, we got a super chat. What's the crazy counter tonight? Dude, what the fuck was that guy on yesterday? Sir, we are all crazy around here, as are you. You're a grown ass man with pigtails. So let's not act like you're not crazy too. Thank you for the dono.
Game's over, losers. I have all the money. Compare your lives to mine and then kill yourselves.
We got another one from the Trib, one that says, unironically, this is just MAGA behavior. Libs will take over and it will be sweet and it will be gentle. Maybe. It's just a matter of time.
I'm getting
I didn't understand what you were talking about there
I don't know
until
that I
just
agree with that.
now.
I think that well,
I messed up.
I'm a fuck off. I don't want the libs. I don't want the authoritarian left or the authoritarian right. But thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that. Now let's get back to.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Other people's success. If she was very successful, that doesn't
Yeah,
affect
he's
me.
been
And if she's
using it a
full of failure,
lot to
that doesn't
show
affect me.
how
That
they're
has, it just
not
has
only
no bearing
tenants
on
of the
anything
cult,
that I'm
but
doing.
how they
And I don't wish
brainwash.
for people's like failure. I'm just not that kind of person. I've never done that.
Yeah, you stated
Well,
that
wait.
before on
I'm not. Well, wait.
I mean,
I'm not saying
agree
I've
or
never done
disagree
it.
with the
Like the left
guy,
politics, yeah.
whatever, you know,
So-
he's
No,
sometimes he's
I
got some
wish that
good
you would
points.
successfully become a right winger and base. So
There you go.
Okay, but the thing-
obviously,
but
I
the
feel like
thing is-
you employ Rob specifically to crush us burdening leftist streamers, right?
yes, I do. Tony, that's a pretty smart political strategy, and I think we do. I think we do well at it. So the thing is like, and I think,
a lot of this, but
and I think he's very good at it. But again, that really has nothing to do with anything. Like that debate and whatnot. The context of that, if that had all been done to Rob, and it just happened to be that Sarah was not on that panel, we wouldn't even be having a conversation right now. I don't give a shit.
no, I agree. I acknowledge that.
I don't know how much more clear he could make it that he doesn't care. He's not protecting Rob. It's about so anybody sitting around thinking he's just protecting his friend, which is the thing I hear the most. No, he doesn't give a shit. The I don't care counters at 10.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit
Oh,
if you guys
fuck,
if
11.
you guys tangle up with Rob Noor and he's fucking and you troll him from dusk till dawn. Like he's a big boy. He can handle his own shit. He doesn't need my help
Yeah,
with that.
I wasn't trolling. I just interrupted him a couple times after not talking for 10 minutes. But yeah, I feel you.
And if you ever heard him roast, my guy.
He does keep saying he doesn't care about Rob.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just saying.
And I've seen that all over the Discords and all over YouTube that he's just sticking up for his friend. Well, apparently he doesn't care about Rob. He doesn't care about the situation with Rob.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think if she goes off and she's great, I'm very happy for her. I have no personal issues with her. I wish the best for people, and I wish the best for her too. And same thing with the panelverse. Yeah, but you're probably a stupid bitch. Let's be real.
Andrew, I agree.
Look at this cuck laugh.
Yeah, they practice that whole mouth open type laugh.
It's fucking cringy as shit. Hear me
no,
out.
brother.
Brings it. Oh, do you need to take a picture of that? You want the counter down?
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. All right, got it. That's just the money shot laugh.
that's the right here, Andrew laugh.
Could get a big wide one in here.
Oh my goodness.
Hear me out. Sends another $5. Says
All right,
libs
be good,
taking
Carte
over is a
Blanche.
nightmare.
Carte Blanche.
Portland, Chicago, Seattle, California. Unless you enjoy living.
Yeah,
in
like I
Dallas,
was saying there, that's one of those. It's almost like you can just take Andrew Wilson and put him right behind that guy, and take this other dork down there with the beard and the crucible hat on the bottom left middle. Bottom left middle. I'm glad YouTube makes me sound like an idiot, but you guys see where I'm talking about. Take that guy. He does the same laugh. They all do that exact same laugh, which is a practiced kind of just like they said, money shot laugh.
Residency high crime shitholes.
And what's up with that
agree.
tongue? What's up with that tongue ring? Is that supposed to isn't? I don't get that.
No, I can't talk shit on that. I used to have a tongue ring myself, but I'm an adult. I don't shave shit in my eyebrows. I don't, my tongue hole closed up.
Do you
I don't know
take those tanning injections?
Never took any tanning injections. Never was confused about whether or not I was white or black.
Always remember to stack that bread, neighbor. Money, cash, hose. I'm about my paper, no cap.
Yeah, all these YouTube ghetto streets are grifters. I mean, I guess if they're telling you they're grifting off you, they're not exactly grifting. They're just taking your money because you're stupid.
Yeah, EOD, I do think it's funny. I think it's funny that Rob
Like
made,
this
what,
guy,
26,000
EOD, I've seen him super chat before, and I've seen him talk about how his car is broke down and asked for money for his car to be repaired. I've watched him talk just recently in that chat that Dusty pulled up. He was saying that his home's about to be taken from him. Why are you guys out there super chatting if you're freaking broke?
$1,000 a stream, and you're losing your house. What are you doing, bud?
26,000.
I think that's what
Whoa.
someone showed. Yeah, I'm rolling off memory. A lot of money. Yeah.
Damn.
Just to be honest, right? You're probably some stupid bitch who's like, oh my God, Andrew Smoky Man's mean.
Nothing's that funny. If you're laughing, okay, let me tell you this. If you are laughing this hard and you're the only person in the room laughing that hard, nothing's that funny, Jackwagon.
My feelings, if you have something, I'll tell you what, if you have some evidence other than how you feel with whatever you're about to say when you open your mouth, I actually want to hear that.
Why did you terminate such a private relationship that nobody knows about so publicly?
Oh, well, actually, that is a good question. Because her breaking the terms was done publicly. That's why.
There were no terms.
I mean, also said was what she laughed. And
Do you know what we had discussed before that or no? Because if you don't, then it doesn't really matter. You're just speculating, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess it's possible.
Discuss
You guys had like I'm sorry, go ahead, Steph.
Yeah.
If we don't know, if there's a secret that is relevant to your public behavior, then you need to keep everything private if you can't justify it publicly. And he's saying that the justification is there, it's just private. Well, then the whole thing should have stayed private. Once you made it public, now you got to justify it publicly.
I mean, I'll just tell you because it's not a secret, right? If I'm working with you in any capacity, on a project or something like that, and you're going to be involved in it, then I expect what I consider to be corporate nepotism. The idea is our team comes first. And I've been very expressive to every member of the Crucible who's ever worked for me that that's my expectation, or with me, by the way.
So why did Sarah on her last stream come out and say that she basically isn't employed by you or whatever and doesn't know anybody anything? That seems conflicting.
Well, if she actually said it that way, then I could just prove that that's demonstrably false.
I don't know if being offered a
Yeah.
gig and being actively employed is the same thing.
He created this optical nightmare. Yeah, he should handle it privately, absolutely. But Andrew, an average looking female, probably not. Average female, EOD, whatever other cucks are listening, tell your daddy that I'm calling him on that offer. I would like to see him prove that she was, because I think I got proof that there wasn't even something on the back burner. $10 coming from Neve says, it's funny that pirates sail across the world looking for buried treasure when the real treasure is in the friendships made along the way. Also, Trippy dropped Lotiongate in front of Andrew Wilson. LOL. Trippy's devious. That is good shit, though. Thank you for the dono.
When you hear the sirens or anti-aircraft guns, you must get under cover at once. find out. The most important rule of all is never to stand staring at the sky. If you don't take cover, you may get hurt.
Paige, yeah, of course, sure he is. He's going to do that any minute now, right?
It got taken down
Are
some
you going
exact
to? Are you
words
going to
now,
prove
but
her
it
wrong?
was something like that.
If that's the case, but I'm guessing that she probably wouldn't say that. She probably said something in the similar vein, but I doubt that she would say that because it would be such an easy thing to refute that it just seems like it would be a silly thing to say.
Now, she covered the email she got in her stream, right, today about how there wasn't actually a job. Because I've got the email right here on my phone. Like, I'm not going to show it because it's got everyone's names on it. But, yeah. I think that she told, I was under the impression she was planning on showing it. I didn't actually see the whole thing, but I think that she did. I can read it if anyone needs me to.
I can't
There was something about like
confirm.
her not owning.
I don't remember if she did or not. To be honest
her
with you.
channel to you, or
Yeah, that's fine. You can like, yeah, that's all
Why are
fine
we-
to say.
Why are we trying to pretend that the Crucible hasn't brought in, if not more than tens of thousands of dollars and subscribers to
working apparently on YouTube? Doesn't mean
Yes.
or whatever. You like owe your channel to somebody else just because
Thank
somebody
you,
like
Dusty.
helped you out
Thank you
with
for
some
skipping
Totally,
him.
totally agree.
or whatever.
Hang on, hey, listen,
Oh, yeah.
listen. Actually,
He's the only one that's got a voice worse than Rob.
yeah, I agree with it.
You're a
Right. So
merciful
if the idea is just to
You're a
say
merciful
like, hey,
Pope.
I'm just really good at networking and I managed to network you on my channel 18 times and those happen to be my top 18 videos. Good for you. Right? I agree. Good for you.
from your perspective.
It makes you a
So,
stupid
yeah,
bitch.
your
Agree
perspective,
with the
you
stupid
shouldn't feel like that
Huh?
she owes you.
You have to raise better than everybody.
I don't feel like anybody owes me anything.
Right.
Okay, you
that
don't
is
know.
fair.
I've been
That is
trying
fair.
for
What
the
I'm
last 10
saying
fucking
is that
minutes.
Sarah and anybody else who has benefited from people like you and Rob, because that's
Look, I don't I'm like, you have to be stupid to even have that in dispute. Of course, Sarah's channel growth over the last many months has been due to Crucible. I don't even think that that's in dispute, is it?
it sounds
Can
like
I
it is.
cut in with a fucking question?
It is, Andrew. Is anybody disputing that?
What is it?
It sounds like Trippy is.
Please.
Well, Trippy, yeah, you can ask a question, but like I'm gonna point
Thank
out,
you.
you literally had your opportunity alone at first, and now you're bitching because other people are asking
Okay,
questions.
yeah,
But
well,
go
every
ahead.
time I'm cut off. So, like, I just have a couple of things. Fucking
Dude, you just
Andrew-
had 15 fucking minutes to talk, and you're mad because of the
No, no,
camera.
hey, this is just gonna make it worse. Stop, just stop. Let him go.
Just go to him in
You
the
guys
middle.
are acting like a bunch of fucking weirdos. Anyways, Andrew, was this a chance to elevate Rob Noah's channel since he had 18K and Sarah surpassed him with 20K or no?
Nope, never gave a shit about it.
There you go.
It was of zero import to me.
I feel like I knew the answer to that
never,
already.
that was never even a thing, which was, it not only never crossed my mind, but it wasn't even the way that, that we do business. You know what I mean? Just don't do business.
I'll tell you what's important to him. What's important to him is this little boy messed up in a debate, muted himself out, and refused to continue the debate, leaving his partner hanging. And of course, seeing that he's your prodigy, I guess you could say, you had to go and defend him by picking on a woman who did nothing but go on a panel and basically give simple advice.
That way.
Right, and I'm
You have to remember, from my perspective, right? 12,000 subs or 20,000 subs is not a big difference.
To the 18.
You know, yeah, it's not a big difference. You know,
Like, I'm just saying, like, outside looking in, Rob's got 18.
I mean, I'm not kidding. When I play the rest of the panel where she joined and supposedly attacked Rob, you will see that it was like once every 20 minutes she said something, and they were basically just quick. Hey, you don't want to let this stuff get to you, dude. You don't want to let it get personal. You don't want to let it get under your skin. Things like that.
Sarah surpassed him in a shorter time frame than he's been streaming. Maybe not my perspective, but just the general
Sounds like there's
outside
7
looking in.
different communities.
well, yeah, I'm sure. I think she's had me on her channel more than Rob's had me on his.
And I don't care.
But that's
easier if I
by,
had a
but that's by, but that was always by request. And I thought that I've always had the rule: if you support the Crucible, we're going to support.
He says it was always by request. He definitely requested debates from her. Definitely.
Support you back. And we always did. We always did. I'd always say, hey, subscribe over here, send in your hard-earned cash. We were platformed on this channel for this debate. It was great. And I appreciate it, and people obviously appreciated it too because they rewarded that channel handsomely. But
Andrew's
if that was
literally given me
if that
half
was
of
the
his super
extent,
chats one night because I was his debate partner. Like he
Yeah,
literally did
Andrew's
that for me for no. He didn't need to do that, right? So like this, he goes
I
out of
always
his way
look.
to help.
Look, I almost always do that. If I'm on,
No, he doesn't.
if I'm on a team debate, right now, I don't like to even say this shit publicly because I don't want there to be expectations, right? But usually, if I'm on a team debate and there's somebody there who, you know, they have a very small audience or something like that, and they assisted in helping me perform in that debate on my team, I usually do split the super chats with them.
I got a bill to send you then because when I debated with Andrew on his team, I didn't get shit from him.
I've got a question for my own personal questions.
Hey, by the way, have any of you fuckers ever split any super chats with anybody?
I have.
I don't get enough. So I'm just
That's
thankful.
fair.
Give me enough and I'll split it with somebody.
Yeah, that's
I used
fair.
to do 50-50 with my
Well, I
stream
split it
partner
with
back in the day. Yeah. Andrew.
Well, no, that's your stream partner. No.
Yeah.
I'm saying like I'll get thrown on a team debate with a guy I don't even know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
A guy I literally don't even know.
Would you ever crash out and go completely silent and refuse to continue the debate, leaving that partner hanging? That's what I would like to know.
And if I think he did a good job in assisting
Hello,
me,
Sue.
right? I'm like, well, you're 50%, responsible for the help of the content, and sometimes those guys walk away with a fucking $2,500 night.
I'm not there yet. Maybe if our modern day debates better, I would be there. Eventually.
Were you part of the original like IBS on the internet, the Internet Blood Sports, Andrew?
Well, I was just after them.
Oh,
the original Internet blood sport debating was, you could argue it started in 2016, but I'd argue it peaked in 2017, 2018, and then basically died off the next year in 2019. And it was because of an interlacing of interpersonal drama that they couldn't surpass because they had won the entire internet. I mean, Warsky Live was one of the biggest shows in the world, and it was great, but they couldn't get past the interpersonal conflict. So.
And Tonka Saw and all that shit. Because I had heard your guy, Mr. What was his Mr. E, right? No? Yeah. He was talking about blood sports, and I was like, maybe Andrew was there. Now,
well, I've debated with all those original Bloodsport guys, but Warsky, Andy Warsky, who I know pretty well, he invented.
Somebody's outside yelling in the
Bloodsports.
distance.
That was an invention of his.
In
He
the middle of
coined
the rain.
And but it was always designed to die because it was always set with the expectation that people would come in with interpersonal drama. That's what made it so interesting.
Exactly. And Adonis Paul, he was here earlier. He was in the back chat. He left though. He was going to jump up, but I'm hearing that the truth of the matter about the statement earlier that people said Sarah said. She said her channel was not contracted to anybody. Not that she wasn't contracted. So there's a
I agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Well, then tell all your ding-dongs to stop running around the internet saying she was under contract and it was a business arrangement and she should have known better in a business arrangement. Why don't you tell your ding-dongs to stop spreading lies? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because all you do is spread lies. You're not a Christian. Did you know Christians don't believe in forcing somebody? They believe in gentle guidance.
There you go.
I'm not sure how that negates my position though.
No.
it just reinforce it. The thing is like, look from my perspective, this whole thing would have gone completely past my notice, except there was, from my perspective, there was a person who was somewhere that they weren't supposed to be doing shit they weren't supposed to do. Who had an interrelated relationship with me, and so they did it publicly. So I terminated that relationship publicly.
Sorry, so what exactly was she not supposed to be doing? Was it the giggling? Was that what she said about Channelverse?
That's not.
And I mean, I kind of get the argument about a moderator.
That's not.
It's not to say that a moderator can't spend a moment. Well, first off, it sounded like from what I was hearing in the interaction on Dusty's channel was that she was more curious about what was happening and giving simple advice. I don't see where she was attacking anybody in general, and to just claim that, oh, because you're a moderator, you have to turn off all of your other social interactions with people on YouTube is freaking retarded. Really, it is.
Yeah, no, she wasn't attacked. And at this point, like anybody like Paige and EOD, but Paige especially, anybody who says she was attacking Rob is just lying.
I was attacking Rob. He pussied the fuck out in the middle of a debate and left his
He's a
freaking
whole
panelist,
bitch.
left his partner hanging in the fucking wind. He bitched out. That's just how that is, and that's where this all comes from. That's where every bit of this comes from. Is a little fat man bitched the fuck out in the middle of a debate, and it turned this into a whole attack on a woman for what?
What's his ego? His ego's as big as his body is. Because I know the one clip that we watched.
I don't like to mess with people's weight, but the man's like a living freaking blob. He has no body definition from the top of his head to his feet. He's just bubble.
Rob says, I'm on the same level as Andrew.
Cartman with a beard.
Get the same respect.
I have
Same
to disagree
privileges.
there. His ego fills the room more than his body.
Exactly,
His ego
Nakoti.
fills the room and then extends past the room. It bulges out as his body kind of does from his bones.
I don't know how they even get along with their egos both being big like that.
I'm not normally one to pick on somebody for
His
being
body
fat, but every
bulges
time
out
I've
from
seen
his
this man, I
bones.
thought about Cartman, and when somebody
I don't even know what that
Cartman up
meant.
there, I was like, oh my god, that's exactly what it is. Cartman with a freaking beard and mustache.
Mm-hmm.
There's
fucking
some
business, and I'm
person
not gonna
yelling
relay
down the
that business to
street,
you because
like
it's not
just
mine to relay.
walking down the street in
Even
the
from an
rain,
objective sense,
yelling
one
at the
sec, one
top
sec,
of
one
their
sec. Even from
lungs.
an objective sense, if you're supposed to be a moderator and now you're on a panel and you're showing, even if you're like the complete opposite, if you're like on a right wing panel and you're like completely dissing liberals and like all like fuck these guys completely retarded and all shit, like all these liberals are now going to turn to you and say, I don't want you to, I don't want you as the moderator.
all I need to say, all I need to say is this, and it's super easy, right? I made clear whatever this relationship was, my expectation was a nepotistic one in reflection of the organizations that we're dealing with. I didn't see that, so I terminated the relationship. It's that simple.
Can you tell us
Now, whether or
more
not
what you mean
you
by
think,
nepotistic?
whether or not you guys think, yeah, it means that the players who are involved in
And what's funny is a ding dong down there below, Speakeasy, who's just below me, nods his head and shrugs his shoulder like, yeah, that makes so much sense. Do you realize what that means, sir? Either you bow to him or he'll shit on you too.
whatever this is, right?
Amen.
That those players, they take priority. That's what that means.
Fucking jackwagon.
Okay, but if you do something so publicly like this as to terminate a private relationship, what exactly was it that she was not doing correctly? I mean, that should be part of their reasoning, right? Because if you're just going to be like,
No,
you know,
all that
I'm
matters is my
just
reasoning.
whatever.
All that matters is my reasoning. What I think you're doing incorrectly.
Okay, what is
And if I don't like what the fuck that is, then I have every right to terminate my personal relationship with you, don't I? Isn't that the case?
Okay, so what is that reasoning?
He
Yeah,
just
this
said
is-
it's not.
EOD, since I
Yeah,
just
Jabba
covered
the
this
Hutt.
and you're clearly lying, you've got like two. Oh no, you're losing your house, so I can't extort you. You're here. Take five. Take five.
No, well, wait. I did tell you what it is, right? There's two people involved in this. Two people are involved in this organization. One person's attacking the other person involved in the organization on a specious channel where they're not supposed to be, right? Attack. Yeah. Sending trolls over there. Do you want the quote? Do you want the quote where she says, "Go over there"? Do you want it? I'll pull it for you.
Sure.
Would that make you happy? Because like I literally covered it. You know what? You know what's really funny? Like you seem to be super clueless, but the thousands upon thousands of people who watched it weren't clueless when I went over that. Somehow you missed it though, huh?
It's almost like a leftist.
I think
Damn
he's
it.
lying.
It's
Yeah, that's all fabricated. I will be showing that in the next few days.
so weird how you are the only one uniquely who managed to miss that part when nobody else did.
Which part?
The part where she tells him to
Part
go
that she
back
said
over there.
over and send trolls or whatever. I thought there was nothing wrong
Yeah.
with sending trolls. So you were saying just earlier it's fine if you troll each other or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah,
So why is that
that's
wrong now?
correct. And what am I saying that's in conflict with this?
Yeah, what is the confusion?
Yeah, what am I saying that's in
Trolls
conflict with
apparently
this?
is bad now. I thought it was all fun and good.
No. What did I say that the relationship was terminated over?
Your butt hurt because Rob chickened out in the middle of a debate.
You don't even remember?
I remember.
Butt hurt
It's some-
feelings.
I'm trying to narrow it down to something specific. and so
Even
my
the old
specific
me
thing
thought
is-
that.
Oh, here, let's make it easy for you. I'm gonna use really small
Andrew,
words.
Andrew, did you see how I broke it down for Ryan before?
I'm gonna
You're
use
doing that
I'm
one.
gonna use super duper small words. Two people involved in project with me. One person was attacking other parts involved and project with me publicly, attacking their channel, make look bad organization we contract with. So terminate position. Is there any confusion?
Put your hand in the air and try to break your wrist. Then the cross so chest and try to bite so ill. And go bang, 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 bang.
That's so wrong, but I love that clip.
Or,
Yes, the attacking.
all that matters, right, is how I perceive it, not what you think. I don't care what you think. All I care about is how I perceive it.
Well,
There's a bunch of people.
And you know,
Person.
hang on, and do you know why
Well-
I have that luxury? Because I'm fucking in charge.
Wait, did he
So,
really skip the part where I showed my butt?
Perceive these things how I want to perceive them, and I don't have to give a shit how you perceive them.
That's fine, but if you make such like a public, oh no, F this bitch or whatever, it would be nice to know the
Yeah.
specifics of why you were doing that.
I gave you the
Obviously,
specifics
you don't
4
know it's
times.
anybody, but it would
I
make
gave you
sense
the specifics 4 times.
that
Yeah, and there's a
attacking,
bunch of
but-
Saying here, fuck with the panel verse, and the panel verse is gonna get you. Oh, and we're gonna send over the
Super shot.
the nepotistic nature of how the relationship's supposed to be. Yeah,
So you're saying
I'm not
for sure
only
there is
ju-
a clip
I'm
with
not
Sarah
only
tells them to go
I'm
over
not
there?
only yes, and not only that, not only am I completely justified in this, right, from any outlooker's viewpoint in, but tell me this: what would have been my ulterior
Man,
motive
most
or
of them
motivation
are
then
the
for terminating
comments
Sarah?
that
Tell me
people
that.
put in super chats.
The only one that I
like,
could
oh
think
my
of
god.
was the one I brought up.
We already went over the stages of brainwashing. If you missed it, you can go back and review the stages of brainwashing, which is something that cults use, which is what this is.
She's
Right,
a
he
woman, and I
wanted
don't
her
like
to
women.
turn on her.
So,
so-
That's the other thing that I'm hearing
Yeah.
from a bunch
So
of
why?
people, by the way.
Yeah. So help me out here. Why did I work with her the first 18 times?
Why would you have boosted her the first time? Exactly.
maybe
Like,
Yeah. Why did I work with her the first 18 times?
Right.
I mean,
Wait, what?
You don't need her anymore.
Wait, hang on. What? What?
Maybe you don't need her anymore, but you needed her for whatever reason back then.
I never needed any of you for
Oh, the
anything
guy
ever. Give me a
that
break.
always thinks
What the
the
hell would I
world's
ever need any
ending.
of you for ever?
That's
Can you
pure
not
honesty
honestly,
there.
Can you
I
not
would
think that's entirely about his
Space
entire
is going to
channel
kill
that
you-
he doesn't
everybody
need-
every
really
day.
doesn't care or want, or they're just all part of his little ploy to make himself somehow he believes famous. Now, what's funny about that
He didn't like being told that he needed somebody.
is I hear a lot
Yeah.
of these channels with like 30,000 subs that are like, oh, I'm the man. I got 20, 30,000 subs. You know what? In the YouTube streets, I've got a tiny little channel, only 100 subs or so. But in the YouTube streets, 30,000 isn't shit. 100,000, that's getting there. That's getting your foot in the ground. 200,000, that's big. 1 million, that's big. Anything below that, man, you guys are, I'm sorry, man. I know there's a lot of 20,000 subs that I'm talking to right now. You guys are on the bottom level. You're not even at a big.
I don't know who
creator
you're
yet.
talking to. He's at 240,000.
Hey, wait, hang on. I just
Yeah,
want to know. Now I want to know.
240,000
What could I
is a
ever
decent-
possibly need any of you for?
Nothing. You're
Well,
making.
You need people, Andrew, for validation.
He's at
You
the
need to
so
be
what I was
validated.
describing there. He's at the lower level of big. I had made a basically a bottom level that I fit into, and then a level where you've just got your feet into the water. Just put your toes in the water. 100,000, 200,000. You're starting to get big. Not necessarily big. 1 million. You're a big channel, a monster channel. One that can actually affect other channels if you wish. Now, did Andrew Wilson affect Sarah's channel? Well, of course he did. He basically supplied her with 6,000 subs. And because he has a cult, when he left, those 6,000 subs left with him. Simple mathematics. The same 6,000 subs went over and subbed up to Rob Noor. Now, when you end up having a problem with Rob Noor, those same 6,000 subs are going to disappear on Rob Noor's channel. It's just a matter of time. Everybody that gets around Andrew Wilson, this is what happens. He builds up their channels, and then he drops them on their butt when he wants to. And in the meantime, he consumes a large portion of their viewers.
approved of and have your ass kissed and told that you're good at things and you matter because in your heart you know that you don't.
No,
The
no, I
other
wasn't.
point
I did
that's
mention
not-
200,000 and 100,000. What I was referring to was like with Rob Noah's little nothing subs. You know what I mean? And this is coming from somebody who has no subs really. I have never bought one of them candy bars or anything. And you're not really big enough to call yourself a big creator. Now
The
Andrew
other
Wilson
point-
is.
The other point that was lost was Triffy was doing that debate to help his mother with some
Yeah, it was
hospital
just
bills or something, and they totally fucked that up.
Yep. And if you look up the stats, the number of channels that have 500,000 or 1 million or more, multi-millions, is quite high.
I'm not part of that,
Miss
but
D,
No,
Miss
no,
D,
no,
Miss
no,
D,
no,
Miss D,
none of
you're
you.
not in the situation.
None of
where
you.
You don't
None of
fucks
you.
with somebody because you don't fucks with somebody. You just have a vibe. They did something that you didn't like. That's a foreign concept to you. I don't want to hang out with this person because they did a thing that I don't like. That's a foreign
Which is
concept
exactly
to you.
what Speakeasy was saying earlier.
That was to Miss,
about not
Miss
wanting to
D.
hang out with me.
I don't know
because
any names.
I did something he didn't like, so Easy doesn't want to hang out with me. That's fine.
Correct,
I'm not going
yes.
to hold that against him and tell him that he has to hang out with me.
So,
Well, yeah,
then what's,
yeah,
what's,
again,
what's
I'm-
the conversation then?
I'm totally fine with him. Again, I think it's good for Sarah's channel. Ultimately, I think you guys make an extremely toxic space. I think this is a good thing overall.
agree.
But I think
But if that's the case, then if that's the case,
There's
then why
that
are you trying to
stupid
hold him down
laugh.
to-
What
Why
does
did you
it
just
do?
follow
It does
Just so you
nothing
know,
but
just so you
interrupt.
know, right? You think that the toxicity of that panel space is going to be reduced because Crucible people aren't there?
yeah, absolutely.
I think that's what Ryan is saying, yes. But I don't see that.
Yeah, Dusty's definitely going to make sure it stays clean over there.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, it's a different kind of
Yeah.
toxicity. One that I'm
Shout out.
one that I'm more
Do you,
tolerant of.
hang on, now, Ryan, I just want to ask you,
Yeah, sure.
how much?
I do. I think less of those dumb arguments about grape cages and little boys and all that other stupid stuff will basically fade away without the Crucible there.
How much drama in this panel verse has the Crucible ever been a part of?
Oh, I'm not concerned about the drama. I think the
You
way
should
I think
be.
this alien.
Well, wait, I thought we were
No,
talking about toxicity.
That's the
I thought we were talking about the toxicity.
Yes, I am. I'm talking about the toxic, like the sexism, the homophobia, all that sorts of shit. I think aliens.
Oh, so you, I get it. Hang on. No, you know what? Hey, I agree with you. Leftists are not
No, it's your
ever.
thing, right?
I agree with you in a sense that, leftists will run away from any space that has any contrary view that they consider misogynistic or racist or whatever. Whether they are those things or not, they'll definitely run away from those views. But here's the problem with you leftists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And remember that I ran a very successful debate channel myself for years, right? It was one of the most profitable ones around. And here's what I learned about leftists too, right? Leftists don't got no money. They're all bums. They ain't got no jobs. And so the thing is that people make these leftists space and they fucking go broke.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, I don't know.
Name
Right,
a
no,
successful
I see
leftist.
money in the
Yeah,
right
I'll tell you
place.
what. Name a successful leftist panel space that makes a bunch of money. Go ahead, Ryan.
I mean, off the top of my head, fuck, I don't know.
There's not. That's because there aren't any.
I was going to say, are there any?
Not
Like,
yet.
when it
I think
comes
it's
to
not.
The last one, the last
Besides, like,
leftist.
Nick, and I don't think Wick's like.
No,
over the
they
middle.
don't. He don't make shit. And the last leftist
agree.
space that did was Dylan Burns, and that was only because Dylan Burns was a standalone commentator. So he would do a daily show for hours and hours on Twitch. So he had this giant audience. So when he would bring the leftist panel members in, he didn't care. He was making money off his content either way. But for people who just try to have panel spaces for leftists, oh, it's a fucking nightmare. Leftists are
He
purity
runs
testing each other
around
all the time.
talking.
They're a pain in the ass to deal with. They tell you to deplatform everybody who comes on panels. Like they just can't even be reasoned with or dealt with, dude.
I mean, if you were going to categorize debater, I wonder if it would fit in the category. If you were going to call that a job, if that would fit in, like, I know political, but even political, isn't that kind of like the category of clerical work, I guess?
Okay,
I
so
mean, I
any
think
panel
they're all
space with
like
only
that.
leftists or only right wingers.
It is.
like
It's only
and
between right
right
wingers.
wing. It's the only thing.
Totally agree with you that I don't represent hardly any of the right wing. I totally agree with that, right?
He said,
But you fuckers, but
His
all you
job
fuckers
is taking
combined
money from
represent
his
a lot less of
cult.
the left wing than I do the right wing. Just want to point that out.
No, I don't think so.
He's
I think-
essentially a failed
I think so.
televangelist.
Actually,
I
as we
think
just saw this
so.
past weekend during the 7 million who attended the largest peaceful protest in American history, I think you guys are actually.
Wait, you're not referring to the MSNBC video that was from 2017?
I don't care. I'm just pointing out.
Under 50 here.
Nope.
Yeah,
So,
well, the average
anyway-
of any
Anyway, yeah, I don't care. I'm just pointing out.
under 50 years old, brother.
Look, I'm just pointing out to you, Ryan, from my experience anyway. Now, maybe I'm wrong, right? But this whole panel space that you guys do. Now, remember, if you're referring to a panel verse and just saying that that's anybody who runs panels, then there's like tens and tens of thousands. But if you're referring to the panel verse as this limited association between a few of your guys' channels, then the toxicity is the only thing that keeps you guys going. Nothing else does.
100%.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't know. Like when I came on here to finish my debate with Rob, right, about the Insurrection Act, and I think it went handily. So,
Ryan, how many?
I mean, this
how many
photography
debates?
certainly earned Rob a few thousand subscribers.
Ryan, how often do you
Check
host?
the stats.
Genuine question, because I don't know. How often do you host debates or panels on your own channel?
I've actually recently started, and they've been pretty successful. I mean, I've made quite a bit of money off it, actually.
Stop lying to me, Ryan. Stop lying to me, Ryan. Stop lying to me, Ryan.
He has been running debates and, here and there.
Started doing it. Like I don't. No, you hang on. No, let me respond to Andrew. Right. So
I wanna hear
Andrew
it.
knows that
Yeah.
I've been in the game for a long time, but I only really started streaming like as much as I am right now this year. Like very recently, the past couple months.
Yeah,
Most of
I'm
my
not trying to
subgroup
get
has been the past couple months. So I mean, I don't know.
Right. I absolutely agree with that.
Super shot.
Hello, Uncle Artie.
Oh, stay tuned. Like Radical Coder's going to the moon, frankly.
I said
That's not true, Coder, because when I first started streaming, you were streaming a lot more often.
I think most of them are
That's true.
afraid
That's
of the
a good point.
penguin.
Don't act like
Man,
I mean, now it's
He lies and lies and lies. Bro. That's all Ryan
There you go.
does.
Hold on, real quick, Ryan. Where I was trying to go with that is, do you think that the people who are watching and or participating in your channel have a connection to seeing you on RT and being on the Raging Tomato because of people like Rob and Andrew?
Wait, you mean like the people watch me from a whole bunch of different areas? I get some people who come from the Crucible stuff.
Let me ask you a simpler question:
lots
what
don't.
percentage of people who watch your debates on your channel come from the Gauntlet of the Raging Tomato? If you have
I don't know. When it comes down to the ghettos, you just gotta kind of find me where I go. Yeah, I hang out in the ghettos and the homeless camps of YouTube.
to guess, obviously you don't know exactly, but if you had to guess,
a percentage. Go right by the way. And
as soon as I'm done, one more question. So, do you on
And I actually have the answer for you because I just went and looked at.
I know you have the answer, Andrew. I'm trying to write it there at the panel.
Well,
I know
I just
you
went to
have the
Ryan's
answer.
channel. I just went to
can't
Ryan's
stand his
channel
voice.
and sorted them by most popular. Ryan, what do you think
Right.
your most popular videos are?
Oh, but it's my debates with you.
And that's
Oh,
bad
shit,
because I got
Ryan.
one of those voices.
Oh
that some
shit,
people
Ryan!
can't
No,
stand.
no. Now, what do you think all of your most popular videos are?
Probably like Raging Tomato panels. That's where like,
No, debates with me. Those are the most popular videos you got, bro.
yeah, I mean, you're a big creator. You're one of the big creators. I talk to,
Oh God, but don't worry, Ryan. Hey, Ryan, don't worry. That toxicity is going to be gone, bro. You will never have to deal with it again. Isn't that great?
Okay. I mean, like,
On
whatever.
that point,
Like, hey,
on
I'm
that point, Ryan,
open
you
about it,
understand-
so,
you
you
understand
want to separate yourself. That's on you, not me.
Ryan, do you understand that people?
Oh wait, Ryan, you'll still debate with me.
Shoot, you don't have to wait. I give you permission. Just
Oh
go
my
ahead and do
God.
it now. Get him right in the
I'm
balls.
saying, why do you?
I
Who's
completely
boys?
lost
This is what
track.
happens.
Does anybody know
Before the funny
exactly
part.
what this conversation is about?
Oh, that voice.
Yeah, I got to stop it. Like I was hoping to get through this, and mostly because to satisfy the curiosity. Of
I
my-
watched a Twitter fella. Not Twitter. What's the other one? Starts with a T. Damn it. Twitch.
Yeah.
A Twitcher. They was doing a review on it. I guess yesterday or today I watched it, and they totally tore apart every argument Andrew had, and how big of a buffoon and how they were going to disseminate this across the Twitch galaxy.
You know, the best way to rip Andrew apart is to keep asking him or keep telling him that you don't want to hear a descriptor. You would love for once for him to give a prescription for the problem. You understand his descriptor. His descriptor is very clear to you, and you may even agree with his descriptor if he provides a prescription for the descriptive problem that he has given you. He'll fall apart. He can't give a prescription because he knows if he gives a prescription, then you can challenge that prescription.
You don't still have that, do you?
Yeah, let me go find it and I'll tag you with it.
It's not urgent.
At some
always
point here, I
thought
get kicked
Twitch
off
was
the
like a
channel.
kids gaming thing.
They let me back up.
I'm like, who's that Indian Jesus? His voice is so annoying. Like it actually makes me angry. Indian Jesus, fuck you. Holy shit. That's wild.
There's a similar voice out there. By the way, we're being reviewed by intellectual circle jerkers. So say hi.
Hi, intellectual circle jerkers. Who's that?
Outside this person in the back.
Okay.
Like the rules.
Right. And thank you, Donna, for the Cash App.
Hey, Dusty, do you
Yo.
do you remember where I met you at?
No.
Sovereign Soul Unchained Minds.
Okay.
It's
I
been
haven't
a
been
while.
over there in a minute.
Right? I just thought I'd throw that out there just in case you were like, who the hell's this guy up here?
You still see him? You still go over there?
Nah, I kind of stopped going over there right around the final experiment. I think I asked Sovereign Soul about, is there anything that I could ever do to prove to him, including ground measurements, that maybe what he believes isn't the truth? And he told me, no, there's nothing I can do. And at that point, I was like, when somebody tells you that,
I really like
they're
Dave.
telling you the truth.
I really dislike the Earth shape topic, like at all.
Yeah,
it's so that's why I quit going over there because, yeah, I enjoyed when the conversation deviated, but it's just not my.
I dropped it in the back flow.
Right on, thank you.
It's long, but he did a pretty good breakdown of it.
Oh, it's this
We're
guy.
all flat earthers.
Yeah, this guy. This guy was reviewing our shit, my shit, whatever.
Somebody in Flo's chat
What's his
said
name?
we're all flat earthers.
Coleman, something like that.
I don't. Yeah, I'd never
Howman.
heard of him before. I think Lauren texted me a link. Not gonna lie, I like that topic more than what's happening currently in the White House, because I know the flat Earth crowd isn't going to grow. I don't know. It grew out of somewhere. I don't remember them being around at all when I was a kid.
20.
But either way, and here's why I dislike it, because if we're being honest, from our own experience, right? Most people have no idea, right? We actually don't know, if we're being honest. We know what we've been told. And so to be so polarized in something that everybody knows, the only reason anybody knows the thing, whatever they think they know, is from because it's what they've been taught. It's just like, I don't know, the desperate attachment to hearsay is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that there is a level with like the bald earthers where they get totally attached to it, and it's every moment of their life, and they
And I'm
consume
sure that
themselves with it. And
I'm sure there's a way to figure that out for yourself if you were interested, right? Like, I'm just not that guy.
Right, there is land measurements, but I won't get into all that because we're not doing one of those debates.
Well, I worked in communications in the military, radio propagation and stuff like that. And we had in order to figure out where our signal was going to go, we had to take all that shit into account. So,
yep.
I literally fuck with ham radios as a hobby, and in college, in some of the electrical engineering courses, we literally had to measure bouncing a signal off the atmosphere get it to a particular location, and you cannot do that on a just straight up like that.
Yeah. So anyways, I hate the topic, and I'm sure there's people that check the stuff out and can know, but 99% of people just know what they've been told by somebody else. Who's the biggest biatch? 35%. I did a poll. The question was, who's the biggest biatch? 35% said Andrew, 27% said Rob, 26% said Easy, and 12% said Paige's dad. Now, if you're not, and I'm sure most people have no idea why Paige's dad would be catching a stray. Oh, Harmon. The reason Paige's dad caught a stray is because last night, last night, like whenever Paige has been chasing around Beth, trying to G check her or some shit, but Beth said that Paige had daddy issues, and Paige made a big fake injury scene about, don't you talk about my dad, that's off limits. Fuck your dad, Paige. Get the fuck over it. If you want it, you don't. She's just looking for a reason to be an angry, injured victim. Your dad's a bitch, and so are you.
Whoa.
To be fair,
talking about is the lady with the
to be
glasses.
fair, I'm the one that insinuated she had daddy issues first. To be fair,
Yeah.
and Beth was playing. Beth was playing off me.
Yeah. I apologize for thinking that I'm attacking your dad. I was attacking more of the daddy issue thing. So
I'm attacking your dad.
That's just your opinion, right?
I do
Machine
still
lies. Machine lies. Do you want some attention? He's like, mod god.
Yes,
Let's do it.
He's begging for it.
The link's right there. It's literally right there. One click away.
What's going on with the machine?
He's mad at me because I'm intelligent without being able to or having to talk about big words and just fucking sound all intellectual and shit.
I assumed that he was talking to me because he's mad at me because
It's the same thing, but
Yeah.
he
Oh,
asked
okay.
me- when I disappeared, they were reviewing your show, and then when I disappeared for a bit, because he was like, "Oh, Orthodox won't come on my channel. He's been trying to get me to go over there for months." And I go, over there, I'm
Right.
like, "I'll 1v1. I will 1v1 you, and I'll talk, or we can talk. It can happen in private because I have no beef with you." And it's just, "Oh, you're a bitch." You're kind of like, "Okay, so you just want to ambush and talk shit? Got you."
Well, this
Did
is a
you
good
take
place
it?
for that.
Who blamed him for having a teleprompter?
Oh,
I'm
I,
just-
I accuse him of that.
I don't mind talking to people, but I'm not gonna willingly walk into an ambush to be mod godded and over talked for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I mean, I did willingly, and he put me in back a lot. He did a lot of musical chairs games when we did, but you know, it's to be expected. It's his stream, and
No,
he
I
did
gave him.
he did give me a final word, which was a strange but appreciated courtesy at the end of a bunch of bullshit.
I gave him what he wanted, and then he proceeded to do like the exact opposite of what he said he would in back chat. And then I'm like, all right, well, and this is Pol Pot was right about intellectuals, and this is why, and bounced.
Links right there.
Literally, right there.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a pretty boy.
They're always happy you're talking shit from the chat. You know that.
I wish she would have came up this when I was doing the self-reflecting stream with EOD, where I was letting people criticize me and talk about my biggest faults they think I have.
your biggest
This,
dick.
this
what?
morning, and like people never actually want the
That's in the morning.
people never actually want to do that when they actually have a problem with you. It's always people that are on your side that you just have a disagreement with.
Do you find that people like pursue you to take out their frustration with me?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I was wondering
I-
that, or sometimes I'm like, I'm the cause of this, and then I'm like, no, don't be 10th man.
Well, the thing about it is, right, I I'm gonna glaze you a little bit. All right. I know you're getting jealous.
Oh
I
my
was
God,
glazing
you didn't
grid.
get enough. You didn't get enough
I'm
glaze this
gonna
morning.
glaze you. I look up to Flo as far as streaming goes, and I respect like the grift and the way he does things. We disagree politically on a lot of things, and we talk about that. But I guess because I fuck with you, and I do try to learn because you're willing to teach people, whether it's streaming or the psychology stuff. And because I'm interested in some of that stuff, but don't have a formal education in it, and only pursued like technology. I can't talk about a lot of the stuff that they talk about on an intellectual level but I can talk about it as a layman, right? I don't use the big words and I don't quote these people like Machine Lies don't like that because they just want to take these big ass words and sound intelligent, but they don't. They're smart, but they're not socialized enough to be able to talk to people about it, and that's something I find that they dislike. And when there are people that are intelligent enough to talk about it, they seem to pursue it. Plus, I have people that don't like me because of my political beliefs, but they can't dissuade me from them. You're closer and better at doing that than other people, but I disagree with you on it. And I'm like, I know what you're doing, and I know you're wrong. So no, back off, libertarian. No means no.
I'm gonna get you.
I honestly think I will make you a fascist before
You'll bring the 10th man right out of him.
The thing about, and I'm gonna make Vibe an agnostic or something. The thing about jargon though is that it's not
respect the group.
It's not effective to communicate with. It is effective usually to try to put yourself up above somebody else.
You busted me. I was out smoking a cigarette. With
Intellectually.
manipulation.
Right. So people who insist on speaking jargon, they typically have a character flaw, in my opinion.
Yeah. And like I don't get it. Like this dude has been talking shit on me for months, and I've talked to several people about it. And I talked with a particular person today, and I told them what I just told y'all about my thoughts on Machine Lives. And
You keep wanting to call him Machine Gun Kelly, don't you?
yes, yeah. Although I should call him Eminem with the rap god with all the big words he uses and how fast he speaks. But
carry on. Keep. I mean, more glaze probably.
a little more glaze, but no.
Yeah, you're not getting near the glaze that Grid got. Come on.
Grid was sticky.
I'll help out.
Yeah, but see, Grid is more humble and more the.
And I don't really like Grid. I just think that he debates better than a lot of the Crucible crap.
Person I agree with politically, so he's got to get a little bit more grave.
He's the wise old silverback in the group. Flo is
you gotta get a golden chariot pulled
minute.
by you gotta get a golden chariot pulled by e-girls. Flo. One of y'all. I'm gonna
You guys give that man too much glaze.
See, what you
Nah,
got to do is
Grid's
you
a
got to
G- Grid's
spice
a
up the
G.
butt shot so that you get a little more glaze.
Well, see,
in the
Flo
future.
and Grid are honestly, in my opinion, like the two streamers I like a lot and want to learn from. Abe is my absolute favorite streamer.
Really?
But yeah, I love Abe,
is
to death,
awesome.
man.
I don't know Abe that well. People seem to like him. He seems chill, but I don't really know him that well.
Wait, he's a bridge builder, right? He's Crucible. He's not Crucible, but he's Crucible. He's Crucible like adjacent.
Affiliate.
And he's
yeah.
he's a bridge builder, and he's not participating in the drama bullshit. He's like, nah, fuck that. People can go where they
You
want.
mean like a social bridge, or like literally that's what he does for a job?
Social bridge.
Okay. You hate building bridges.
Yeah, but I like it when other people do it because I can respect it.
And the way that Abe does it is
I'm gonna
really-
be a troll and have fun, dude.
Abe's a
I
good
rage
guy.
bait my homies IRL, Flo. I still respect when people can build bridges because then I can come in and rage bait more people.
I can appreciate that.
You're going in to blow the bridge up after it gets built.
Yes, and then they get to rebuild it. It's a circle of fun for everybody.
A circle of fun, like Rob.
That was good.
I find that a lot of people. It's either got to do with me being a fascist or my association with you, or because I said something mean to them and thought they were stupid. That's the three reasons I get the most fuck shit in the
A circle of did fun you like just, like, Rob. I'm a fascist.
Yeah, he's a fascist.
Okay.
This is something I've
know
said
that?
from day one. Like,
He's a gay
I mean,
libertarian.
at least being
if you
straight
don't
out there
know
and
that-
forward, you know.
He's very forward about it.
If you don't know that, that's your fault. Why do you think I say that I'm more right wing than even Andrew or Rob? Like, and Machine Gun Kelly is gone. That's crazy. Wild.
Is he? Well, I know Andrew Ziegel is what's going to do him in.
It's funny, by the way, because people refer whenever I'm around, people refer to and like Dusty pops up, they refer to like, oh, you had to go get Daddy Dusty. I'm like, you realize that
I've
his
just been talking to
panel is
myself
not
in
a safe
Discord,
space
guys.
for anybody.
Can you believe that? I would talk to myself like that
He's
a
not
lot.
gonna fight your battles.
Look at all these messages he deleted. He
we
deleted
go.
everything from the first sentence he ever said to me, all the way down.
Why does he just repeat
left one.
what other people say to him? You're just a little theater kid. Like that's what he said to you,
I
dude.
said that to him. Yeah.
Oh, that's you. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, he deleted every message to me except for this Bible quote because he wants to have the crucible behind him.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
I won,
You're
though.
clearly willing to show DMs on stream, so why wouldn't you delete them all? I'd have done the same thing now.
Well,
I'm
no,
gonna go
yeah.
delete all my
You do-
shit with
it
you.
makes a good point for that, but I mean, don't make him up excuses. Hey,
I'm just trying to give him boy
I
a
know.
head start. That's all.
add levity to the situation. Rude
Tomorrow
Mudcrab
he's gonna
became
be on
a
his
member.
stream saying that same shit. I knew he was gonna show them DMs. That's why.
I'll monitor the situation.
Yeah, I don't know if I watch a lot of. I
I
haven't
gotta
ever
ask you a
watched
question.
Jubilee
Like, I gotta
debates.
ask you your opinion because you're a DJ Flo, as people have accused
I've
you.
heard about them.
In your opinion, is it patriarchal to attack women, call them whores, or to protect them and try to guide them to a better thing? And put yourself in
So-
our in me and Grid's shoes.
Okay, so I think that a feeling strongly about being pro patriarchy is a red flag of a weak person, a weak
Yep.
man, anyways. I've never given a fuck about patriarchy because I've never had any issues with women following me. I think that women want to follow and men want to lead. Generally, that's the natural order of things.
Well, women
And-
follow strong men. You get a natural
Right.
patriarchy.
Right. So, so with that in mind, I would expect attacking women to fall in line with fascination with a system that basically
Right,
mandates
Cody?
it. I would see those two things going hand in hand. However, if you're talking about like actual proper like what a patriarchy should be, no, it's weak dude shit. That
That's
makes sense.
attacking.
And I agree, it's basically just weak man stuff to have to. Oh, we gotta force the woman to be the way we want.
Yeah, that's attack. Are you saying patriarchy in general, or this dude's attacking women?
Hold on.
Because you end up with a natural patriarchy if you're a strong man.
Yeah.
The juiceable.
Hello?
Oh God, it's Rand.
Is that Rant?
Yes.
Oh my.
I'm Andrew Wilson. All right, I'm from the Juiceable. I'm a professional debater.
How's your property settlement going there with Paul Enslaved?
Well, Chuck, I didn't come here to talk to you. I just came here to tell Orthodox guy that he's a complete bitch, and TML's waiting for.
Well, that didn't last long.
We dropped the link. If he's waiting
What
for
an
the link, we
F-slur.
dropped it.
I literally
Seriously.
gave the guy a chance for what he wanted without breaking the rules or anything. Like,
I know.
how does it make me bitch made to go up there and be like, let me confront my accuser? I had to stay in the back for like 10 minutes while they were like, yeah, OG's a bitch. OG's a fucking coward. He don't want to come up. I'm like, I'm in the back. I'm in the back chat. Like, let me in. Let me in. If you know the meme. Like, even if you think I'm wrong, that's fair. We can talk about it, but
Okay. So where were we though on the Patriot? I didn't. So sorry, that distracted me from the last question. I think I think that generally dudes who identify as patriarchs or as patriarchy for the patriarchy, I think that self-identification indicates that you're weak. Not 100%, but it's a strong indicator. So I would expect those weak dudes to attack women. But I would also expect those weak dudes, the ones who have, it's like alpha male, right? Anybody who's obsessed with being an alpha male isn't an alpha male. So I expect them to act like a beta male.
Right, the
I
ones
th-
that
I
call
think that it
themselves,
mainly
definitely
comes
not.
from. I think that it mainly stems from a past pain from, or a fear of pain from women becoming more powerful than possibly they can be. You know, it does
hey,
hurt
man,
a lot
I'm
when
into
you
that. That's hot.
realize that
Let's
you
go.
can work only a gas station job or maybe a construction job, and that the woman you might marry is capable of making $300,000-$400,000 a year, doing much less work, much less hard labor than you have to do.
I guess you
It
glitched
does
out.
kind of strike that man ego that you can't be the provider of your family if the woman is making more than you simply through education and moving herself forward where you paid a primary attention to being the brute force instead of being the intelligent
No,
earner of the home.
the intelligence is part of establishing yourself as a patriarch. Okay, that biologically men are already superior to women. That's just a fact.
Well, yeah, but it seems like a lot of that.
Most modern men are bitch made and don't deserve to be dominant. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Right.
And it
they don't
seems like
step
a
up.
lot of that
They think
stems
that
in.
they want to lean. The ones that are bitch made want to lead on the biology alone, whereas true
It's
patriarchs,
not even biology.
true patriarchs aren't afraid of the responsibility that comes with it too.
You shouldn't need
But they
to,
are.
to
Wait.
force patriarchy.
But they
It
are.
happens naturally
It
if
seems
you're
to me.
strong.
Wait, they are. It seems to me that the most patriarchal arguments that come forward are a complete control of the government of our everyday lives, including how we interact with men and women, how we dress, what we do. It is an absolute cop out of I don't want to have any control for myself. I want the government to run everything for me, and I want it all to be men. Why? I'm not exactly sure, but it does seem to be a cop out of responsibility.
Well, see, my thing is, right, when you have a family unit, right, and you have a couple, they're supposed to work together. There are gender roles, there are roles that get filled by who best fits them. And there are traditional gender roles. You can do that if that works for your family unit, but you work together and you prop each other up based on your strengths and weaknesses.
Right. It's
And
all nuanced on what your family is capable of.
and that to me that's patriarchy. Men are supposed to lead, but what if a man is infirm? If a man is infirm or injured, it's his woman's duty to take up the responsibility because they're a family unit.
Yep. Both
Like, if
are
you're-
meant to protect the family. They're both meant to be protectors. That whole argument of man is the only protector, bull fucking shit. You know what I mean? And then women,
there is a-
women are the ones that are to build community. I hate to
Beth,
sound
go
like
ahead.
a patriarch.
Beth,
there.
go ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
speaking far more to the leadership with the family unit, okay? Not just, the brute force protection, but traditionally with the gender roles, men do provide and they do protect. And yes, you're absolutely right. Women have major roles within the family unit that are serious supportive roles that they need to meet. But I think true patriarchy is really actually important. And
I don't think.
Well, I mean, so okay, so yeah, if the guy's sitting there on his butt and expects the woman to go out and mow the lawn, man, get your butt off the darn couch and go mow the lawn. Things like that, I totally agree with. But then again, when I don't know if anybody's had a friend like that. I have. I've had a friend where, oh, that's a man's job. Oh, that's a woman's job. Oh, that's a man's job. Oh, that's a woman's job. And then it became more and more, that's not a man's job. That's not a man's job. That's not a man's job, including taking out the garbage. It just eventually evolved into everything was the woman's job. It's also laziness.
I only think it's funny to make joke. I only think it's funny to make jokes. Like I don't actually mean the misogynist shit I say. Like I think it's funny, but like I've had in my family, right? Super shot. It's like my entire family. Like my aunt worked construction to take care of her family because her husband died. Right. So I have seen the best examples of women who like they'll step up and they'll still be good wives and mothers.
Sure, but there's a and I don't even think it's tradition. I think it's or culture. I think it's biological. There's a biological comfort zone for both sexes. See, your example of your aunt, I'm sure having your husband die is outside of your comfort zone, right? That's not what anyone would choose for themselves.
Heck, I'm not even
but
sure
she
if
adapted.
Tom's hanging out
But
for the rest of
I think
this.
I think naturally, women want.
I don't want to do a part 3.
Lead, right? And men want a woman who will follow them. And if she, and to kind of answer this question, do you enforce patriarchy with consequences though?
Maybe
I
around the
wouldn't.
time they
I mean,
revive me, I'll end
no,
the
if a
stream.
chick doesn't want to follow me,
once they kick me out.
she can wander off because another one will.
Well, that's the
Here's
that's the
something
thing.
too,
That's
real-
the natural consequences of not following natural patriarchy. If she won't, if you can't work as a team with her, you're going to find someone else you can work as a team with.
Exactly. And something that I find really fascinating is that a lot of people who push patriarchy and are really like, the big boys club that like to cite the Bible verses about women needing to submit, they always leave out the Bible verses that like specifically say that husbands are to honor their wives and men are to honor women as the weaker vessels and the giver and like the carriers of life that you create together.
Oh yeah, omission.
But that one always gets left out, and it always
it's
Omission of the Bible is quite common. Omission of certain scripture in the Bible, while hanging hard and heavy on other scriptures of the Bible, is quite common with the scam type community. Basically, if you want to make a conspiracy, you build it upon certain verses of the Bible, and of course, you ignore the ones that say, "Oh yeah, this guy's talking shit."
convenient. It's convenient for their argument because they don't want submissive wives; they want slaves and servants.
Yeah, true
once
submission isn't about
you
slavery.
breach the bond between a loving bond between two people and a possession of property, then you risk losing that bond entirely.
I don't really remember when I
got kicked. The thing that you call property.
Then that falls out of lines of patriarchy and just comes to servitude or servitude, however you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no
That's
It was for
honor
good
in that,
reason.
and it's
But
not real
most of
patriarchy,
this-
and it's not real submission either, because submission has absolutely nothing to do with slavery or giving up all of your voice and your rights within the family and whatnot. So
Right, but a lot of the Maniverse argument is absolutely that the absolute submission or slavery of the female opposing, as opposed to a equal, and not even an equality, and understanding that the woman can possibly be better than you.
but that's also why I say that they're not practicing true patriarchy by its biblical standards, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're
I
not even
totally
following the
agree with
Bible. You on that one. Yeah. Actually, I think a lot of the people who hold the Bible would do. There's a warning in the Bible about speaking prayer in public, about always being in prayer in public, and it's not really a good thing. It's
Well,
actually
like
frowned
your
upon
your prayer and your charity are things that should remain
between you and God.
Exactly. It's about not making a spectacle of it. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's in Romans. And think about how many in this. Sorry, Dusty, I didn't mean to cut you
you're
off.
not going to
but
want
think about how many in this sphere.
No,
are
you did
kidding
mean to because
God
you kept
above.
fucking talking.
All right.
Beth is giving you the
Oh yeah, here's where it is. And she tried to warn me.
The stop it sign because I will fuck you up.
Yeah, I know.
Here, we're gonna sit here in silence until I remember what I was gonna say.
All right, now, come on, man. Can you blame me? Put me up on center screen. I couldn't help but do the Jeopardy song. But yeah, I totally deserve this boot. Trust me.
See you, bud. Let's see.
That was good. I did deserve it.
I was gonna reject the Bible as the source of true patriarchy. This is biological. It's ingrained in us. If you believe in God, you can say it's God. If you don't, you can say it's evolution. But the Bible ain't got shit to do with it.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm only referencing
Oh, well,
the
I would-
prescription
I
that's get. I'm only referencing.
You see, I do have this bad habit, and it's I continue what I'm gonna say. I mean, I try not to talk over people, but if I'm getting it out and somebody starts at the same time I do, I mean, unless they're making good arguments and I'm really wanting to hear what and which he was, but I kind of I continue what I have to say. I'm sorry.
The prescription
And I didn't have to go as far as the Jeopardy song.
given in the Bible, but it is absolutely biological. And for those of us who do believe in God, believe that that's written on our hearts. Therefore, He made us that way, and therefore the prescriptions found here.
Two things can be true, right? It is biological, but the scripture and other cultural traditions do, like, that are developed, typically do affect the way you practice patriarchy, right? Because patriarchy is natural and biological, but then there are things and
And I'm just sitting backstage like, well, maybe he'll bring me back up. Maybe he won't. I don't think it was that bad.
Adaptation, like matriarchal societies, like they exist and they are not as successful as patriarchal societies. But then again, if you're measuring success and longevity and the fact that they still exist, they are technically just as viable. But most of them are just still tribalist societies.
I just made a poll.
Sit down and don't talk.
Zerzu's fate is in your hands.
I'm sitting backstage smiling from ear to ear, hoping, hey, I hope they bring me back.
I know I'm talking over you.
Like I'm smiling from ear to ear right now.
I know I'm talking over you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep doing it though on your panel.
I tried to warn him. It really is.
That's another thing I don't get. Where do people think that they have the right to come in somebody's house, plop their feet on the coffee table, and be like, yeah, I know I'm breaking your rules, but
I mean,
like, let me do it anyway.
Get it. I get it because I'm a line stepper too.
Yeah, you dance with the line quite often.
There's
I am a
line
little bit of a
stepping
line
means just being a
stepper.
face deserving of a fist. Like,
damn, it's at 50-50 right now. That's crazy. This is a close race. I'll give it a few minutes here.
I promise to not election interfere. I wonder, is it bad if I start going to like never mind, I ain't gonna say that. That might.
Well, you heard El Perro lost 18 of his accounts.
Yeah, I heard that he got whomped on. I had a video get taken down today, but I appealed it and it came right back pretty quick. It was a mistake on their part for sure.
YouTube's also trying to do that thing where they're trying to get people's IDs, so they're starting to age restrict content based on
They
the
have
title
mine.
and what you say. Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
have
want
mine.
everyone's who uses like this, like videos will get age restricted now, 18 plus, and the watcher, they'll ask for the ID of the watcher. Right now,
Finish the thought, and then I'll read this question.
Right now, it's in the stage where they're like letting you do a selfie or shit without giving them your ID, but the end goal is for them to get your ID.
It probably
Okay,
is.
Kevin says, can the old form of
He openly
patriarchy
admitted
exist
to
in
being a
time when
fascist. I
women
mean,
can
well,
speak for the family without the
okay,
backing of the
well.
husband and incur debt for the family the same way? Absolutely. I mean, yes, I think so. I think if the men are right, if you need to have an external societal legal structure to enforce the man's
You see, when
authority,
you're
then the man
playing
doesn't
around
actually-
when you're playing around in the ghettos and the homeless camps of YouTube, there's certain you don't want to go in, all out like yelling and screaming and trying to absolutely prove your point. You just kind of, you hang out a little bit.
have authority. He doesn't actually deserve it in my mind.
Correct.
You
Now,
slowly
there are
become
some-
a
There are
thorn.
some crazy bitches, right? I married one. I divorced her. Like, there's I just think that if you need an external force to solidify.
Oh, right, Nicody. They believe that like good is actual property and bad is, like they're actual elements, tangible things.
By your power, you don't have power.
Thought, emotion, they see them as tangible things.
Let's see what Zerzuz's fate is.
Yeah, that's a false power concept. Yeah.
Well, people think that they always tend to go with extremes in their.
Hey, Brian! Hey, man! Hey, man! Hey, you gotta wake up, man! Hey, seriously! Come on!
Hey! You gotta wake up, man. We gotta get in there right now.
I hope you learned your lesson.
Welcome
Yeah,
back. The people have voted you back.
Yeah, thanks, and I'm sorry.
Welcome to Survivor's Island.
You're only sorry because you had to deal with consequences. Let's be real.
Oh no, I was sorry before that. I just kind of
You pushed where you should have pulled.
Sorry.
But like, people tend to go with like the most extreme view of history, and with patriarchy is no different. Like there were.
Anyway, so I ended up getting back on. I think I spent like another hour on there, but we're gonna go ahead and pull this down. If you guys want to see the last hour, man, go over to Powder Dusty. His link is in the stream I did yesterday. As always, you guys are awesome. Remember, you don't have to be wise. Just don't submit to stupid. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That meant the chat figured I was at least entertaining enough to listen to for a few more minutes.
Down there on the street, things without feet, like me, made out of singing. Oh, what I see, things that amaze me. It fills my dreams when I sleep. Oh, penguin that can fly. A penguin that can fly. A penguin that can fly. sky. There's a penguin flying high, always nothing left. Wondering how the ground things ever survive. Never seen life. Down below me, the ground things scurry by. Out among the birds, flying wild and free. See things that no one else can see. High above, away from the debris. Down below, the brown things scurry by, pounding their feet while I touch the sky. Sliding, gliding, without a care. They'll never know the wonders up here. In the sky, I'm a penguin flying high. Living life with no questions why. I wonder how the ground things carry on. Never experiencing the beauty I thought. That can fly.
Penguins. By the way, they should rename Antarctica Penguin Land. Penguins everywhere, even on isolated ice floes. They swam there and then they swim back. There's bajillion of them because they have no land predators. That makes them cuter because they'll waddle up to you because they don't think you're going to harm them, and you're not, as a branch of evolution. What would nimble penguins look like? I've seen so many